everybody. Welcome. So can you guys hear the music that I'm playing right now? And can you hear it? Like, is it too much with my voice, or is it just like a nice background? Let me know. I'm trying something new. Yes as in it's too much, or yes as in it's perfect? It's under my voice? Okay. So yes, we can hear it. Sucks. Oh, it sucks? Too loud. Okay. All right, we'll stop that then. All right. I wanted to try something, but it's hard to tell because there's no volume with it for me to control it to make it. Oh, there is volume with it. Hold on. Is that better? Is it too loud or too? That's good. Okay. I'll turn it down a little bit more. There we go. Anyway, I wanted to try something new with this. So, all right. So, yeah. See, that's what I want. I want to go for a nice background, gentle. with my voice sort of thing. Anyway, so as you all, I mean, I don't think it's any surprise what happened today. Kathleen Zellner finally, she filed yesterday. She filed her thing for Steven, and then this morning she finally made it available on her website. Thank God. I think a lot of us were chomping at the bit here to, and some of us were like, so how much is it again to get it? Like, but luckily she posted it for us. So thank you, Miss Zellner, for doing that. But oh, you can't hear it anymore? Make it at least 11 or 12. I'll put it right there. I think that's good. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the biggest news that's happening right now. If everybody who hasn't seen it yet, you can go to her main website and it's right there on the front page. You know, there's a lot of yeah, a lot of stuff in there that's been already kind of been put out there already before, so I don't think there's really much new stuff, but she did kind of confirm that that there was a phone call made and the law enforcement ignored it and was still focusing on Steven. So I think that's the important part here to take away from it. And my thoughts are is whatever can get the guys out, I'm all for. So I hope for the possible best outcome in this, and that's all I can really say about it. I have my own thoughts as to who did it. I obviously think Ryan. I'm more of a Ryan person did it, but hey, Dark Side. So anyway, hey Ashley, we've got Donna, we've got Mose, we've got Dozer, we've got Rhonda, we've got Jinx. Welcome. We've got Alice. Yeah. Pretty soon Foul Play was supposed to go live, and they're having some technical difficulties, so they can't go live right now. Hopefully later. But if they do go live during this live, I'll post a link for you guys. Because they're gonna do an open mic about it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I just hope for the best possible outcome as far as whether or not this is substantial enough to. I think what we're all hoping for is eventually a retrial. So as long as whatever they got to do, you know, that's what I'm hoping for. Just whatever they got to do to get Brendan and Steven out. So other than that though, there isn't really a lot to catch up on. I am doing a new campaign idea. I've already got a couple people on it. If you guys want to join in on it, all you have to do is let me know and I'll add you to the group discussion on Facebook if you're on Facebook. If not, I'll still clue you in on it. But it's basically we're doing this flyer campaign. I send you a PDF of the flyer that we're printing out. You print it out, and then you go to the whitepageson.com and you pick a letter in the alphabet. There's a few that are already claimed. I think A, C, D, E, S, those letters are claimed, so not a big deal, right? But anyway, so you pick a letter and then you start writing from the top to the bottom of different addresses, and then we mail these flyers out to people in Wisconsin. And the purpose of that is, my idea is, you know, yes, we should be writing to our politicians. We should be writing to, you know, anybody that would listen as far as in political offices, especially Governor Evers. So don't stop doing that. But I also feel like, you know, to change the mind of the politicians, you need to change the mind of constituents. And, you know, you've got to educate the people of Wisconsin. And a lot of people in Wisconsin, you know, a couple of months ago when I went out there, like a month ago, a lot of people were very positive in supporting of Brendan and Stephen. But, you know, there are still a lot of people in Wisconsin that don't believe that they are innocent. So my thoughts are, if we send these flyers to people in Wisconsin, in the Manitowoc area, you know, let's try to educate the people and try to see if we can reach the Governor Evers that way, if that makes sense. So if you want to participate, all you need is a printer and some free time and hello, Verna. Sorry, I have to go over to Facebook to see you. But hi, Verna. Has anyone heard from Claire? I have a few days ago. I guess she's doing good. But yeah, if you want to participate, just let me know and I'll give you more details and I'll send you the PDF. Hey, Disco! Disco, who went to go see the musical. And that's the other thing I wanted to mention, is that musical has been under a lot of discussion lately, and I know a few people have spoken negatively about it. I'm one of the people that, although I haven't seen it, I've heard nothing but greatness from it from people who have seen it and who've said that it's great awareness and that it was done very respectful. And so if you guys want to catch that live, it's over in Foul Play, where they talk about the musical lore in depth and what they felt like it was. And yeah, Disco, I gave the same flyers that I'm having people print out and send to people in Wisconsin. I gave those same flyers to Disco and to Alice, and they went there and they handed out the flyers there, which that's amazing. And I thank you guys for that. Hey, question, Becca, do you think it would be any help to emails up Josh Call to put across the points of Kathleen's honor and ensures that justice is served and thrown out with a good reason by judge? Sucks a lot. I don't think that it would hurt to email Josh Call to send postcards, to email, to write, because he is the Attorney General and he does make those sorts of decisions as far as legally what happens to people. So I think that it would be a fantastic idea to email, write, do whatever with Josh Call and get the point across about Kathleen, especially Kathleen's new filing. Oh, Kathleen's owner just Kathleen Zellner just tweeted. Hold on. Oh yeah, Alice and Disco 100% are they're I'm gonna say this, but I guess there's no way other to say this, but Alice and Disco are no bullshitting kind of people. Like, if they don't like something or if they have an opinion on something, they're gonna speak their minds on it. And if that play was anything distasteful or disrespectful or anything like that, they would have said something. They would have said it to Phil. They would have said it to him right then and there. When they saw him after it. You know, if it was really awful, like a lot of people are making the assumptions that it is. So, I trust their opinion 100%. If they say that it was respectful, you know, they've gone and they've seen it, then, you know, I trust their opinion enough to say, yeah, it must be respectful. Who better than to people who actually watched it? Yeah, I know Alice pretty well enough to know she would have gone up to him and she would have been like, "Oi, you wanker." You know? Oh, yeah, there are parts that made you cry, and laugh, and others very good. Yeah, I think that, you know, it's very serious. It's a very serious topic and nobody is diminishing it at all, but how many people in our community make fun of Ken Kratz as it is, right? So to have a musical where he is the butt of the joke, I don't understand why that's a problem. The people laugh at Ken Kratz outside of a musical and make, you know, jokes about him. But when you put it in a musical format, then that's a problem. Could we, as a collective, email Governor Evers ourselves? There is somebody who has a email zap campaign that you can email, and then she organizes that where you can, where she has specific times and days where you can email him in a zap format. I don't have that information with me right now, Dozer, because the person has me blocked on all formats. So I don't have her email to give right now, and maybe somebody in the chat does. And or if anybody who's listening does have it, and they could email it to me and I'll pass it on to Dozer. But there is somebody who organizes that. Where people mass email him at she has it set up to where everyone sends the email at one time on an organized time and day. And you know, if that's something you're interested in, I'll see if I can get that information, but as of right now I don't have it on me, or I don't think I have a way to access that information. Actually, maybe I do. Hold on. First is first. Let me bring up Zellner's tweet. Did you get the... Oh, see, Rhonda, you're not a mod. So you can't post... email... message it to me, Rhonda. And I'll post it in the chat. So here's Kathleen Zellner's page. Wait. Let's explode it. Whoa! Oh, there we go. Thank you, Rhonda. Oh, anyway, let's see how it looks to you guys real quick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is the article she posted 6 minutes ago. Stephen Avery's attorney says new and compelling evidence warrants new trial. Stephen Avery's attorney to file new motion and appeal Tuesday. I think we've already seen this article. Okay. Stephen Avery's attorney says new and compelling evidence. This was published yesterday, updated 35 minutes ago. Attorney for Stephen Avery has released a third motion for conviction relief for his 2007 conviction in the killing of Teresa Halbach. You can read the full thing here. Avery is requesting a evidentiary hearing on the basis of 2 new witnesses. I just want to make a comment. If you guys actually read the filing, it actually isn't 2 new witnesses. It's one of them's already been a witness. It's the Thomas Sowinski guy who said that he saw them push the RAV onto the property. 2 guys, one young guy and one older guy with a beard. So it's not 2 new, it's just technically there's 1 new. I don't want to give away too much because they're going to talk about it on the foul play. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. There's no spoiler alerts at this point. But like, it's basically Thomas Sowinski and then his girlfriend at the time. So she's the other witness that says that she confirmed that they found the phone call. They found another phone call from dispatch that they felt like was Thomas Sowinski, and then the girlfriend listened to it recently and confirmed that yes, that was Thomas Sowinski calling in, and they didn't even. It's okay. It's all over. Sorry. So the phone call that we have, or that Kathleen Zellner has, is Thomas Sowinski calling dispatch saying that he has information about the missing girl. And so then they transfer him to a detective, but we don't have any more information about that because they didn't record it or anything. So we don't know exactly what he told the detective that he was transferred to. But anyway, so they so the first Brady violation that Zellner is saying is that when they handed over the phone calls back in 2006 to Buting and Strang, that phone call wasn't included in the phone calls that when they requested for dispatch calls. So that's the Brady violation, right? Because they withheld evidence that showed that Stephen couldn't have been the one that pushed the RAV on the property or blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so so fast forward to now, Zellner gets this phone call. She asks Thomas Sawinski's girlfriend at the time, 16 years ago. Now they're not together, obviously. So it's an ex-girlfriend. And she confirms that, yes, that was his voice. So that's what the witnesses is Thomas Sawinski's ex-girlfriend, whose name's Devin, and then Thomas Sawinski. Did I explain that okay? Anyway, so here is also, before I forget, because here's the address, the email address. If you guys want to participate in a email zap with the person who organizes that, that's the email to email. Just email them saying, hey, I want to participate in the email zap, and she sends it's not every day or anything like that. It's like, I'd say once a month she organizes an email zap to Governor Evers. But I think it would be smart to email Josh Call or any other politician, just not judges. We can't email or reach out to judges. That's the only person we're not allowed to do that with. But anyway, so that's the two. So anyway, I'm nitpicking the basis of two new witnesses because technically one of the witnesses has been a witness since the last filing, so he's not new. His girlfriend at the time, she's a new witness. But anyway, with new and compelling evidence about a murder mystery that has intrigued the worldwide audience. It's not new. It was out last time. Hey, Auntie. It wasn't new evidence. I mean, we've known about Thomas Sawinski's seeing two people push the RAV onto the Avery salvage yard property before. I don't know why. I guess new evidence is the phone call and the affidavit from Buting and Strang, and then from the ex-girlfriend. It's like, yeah, maybe I take that back. There is new evidence, I guess. Case was subject to Netflix true crime docuseries, Making a Murderer. Zellner claims that the witnesses can provide new and undisputed evidence that directly links a third-party suspect to the murder of Teresa Halbach and framing of Avery. Third-party suspect is, okay, so now they're saying third-party suspect is identified as one of Avery's nephews in the Dassey family. Oh, okay, but they're not going to publish their name. Stupid. Like, we all don't know what they're saying, but whatever. They can't publish it. Anyway, it's a I laughed because it's ridiculous. So we all know that unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because it really is sad, that Bobby is the person that Zellner is implicating to have committed this crime. Whether, this is a family support channel, so we're not, I'm not going to bash anybody in the family. I do think that Ryan Hillgas is the actual murderer. I will die on that Hillgas. Get it? Hillgas. I make myself laugh, and that's what's important. But yeah, so it's no secret that that Bobby is the one who's being accused of this in Zellner's filing here. And it's unfortunate in my opinion because it's Brendan's family and that sucks to have to deal with that. So yeah. It sucks that also that if it's I believe it's not true that Bobby is I believe Bobby is innocent. So in my opinion, so when I say this next thing, mean it with the greatest respect. If it is true, then it is what it is. But if it isn't true, then it sucks that his name is being dragged through the mud like this. So yeah. Anyway, Hallbach was murdered on October 31st, 2005. She had visited the Avery salvage yard in Mishicot to photograph vehicles for a magazine. Hallbach was reported missing. Her RAV4 was found at the Avery salvage yard November 5th, 2005. Investigators found bone fragments in a burn pit on the property. Zellner claims a third-party suspect killed and mutilated Hallbach and planted evidence in her vehicle, including Avery's blood on the seats and dash and DNA on the hood latch. Which doesn't make sense to me because why the hood latch? Why? So basically, she's saying, okay, here's my problem with this so far. She's basically saying that Bobby planted all this evidence. So we all know for a fact that those detectives specifically planted certain bits of information in Brendan's brain for him to specifically identify certain things in the case to link it towards it being Stephen, i.e., the hood latch is one of those things. Why would they purposely try to make Brendan say that he saw Stephen touch the hood latch? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense that Bobby planted that. I think the police planted that. Does that make sense? How the police knew that the hood latch, they put the DNA on the hood latch, and then they had Brendan say, "Oh, did he go under the hood? Did he touch the hood latch? Did he touch specifically the hood latch with his sweat DNA?" You know what I mean? Hey, nosy. So that's why I kind of am like, wait, you're trying to say that Bobby planted some of this stuff when how did Bobby get his DNA to put on the hood latch that wasn't blood? Because we all know that he probably got, the detectives probably got a groin swab and then they used that, right? But now we're saying that Bobby somehow got DNA that isn't blood and put it on the hood latch. That doesn't make sense to me, I guess. Sumner says the real motive of killing Hallbach was sexual homicide, as the third-party suspect was known to view violent porn. Yada 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 yada. Then they talk about the Dassey computer. Says it's been presented that shows third-party suspect in possession of Teresa Hallbach's vehicle items used in the frame-up of Mr. Avery. So the new evidence shows that Hallbach's vehicle was returned to the salvage yard from a different location, which Zellner says was corroborated by a witness who saw a vehicle similar to Hallbach's leave the salvage yard heading towards the highway between 147 between 3:30 and 4 p.m. on the date of the murder. Okay. I need to catch up on that part then because I don't. New evidence shows the vehicle was returned to the salvage yard from a different location, which Elvis is corroborated by witnesses who saw a similar vehicle leave the salvage yard head towards 3:30 and 4 on the date of the murder. The witness observed the third-party suspect and another man push the RAV in the early morning. So she's saying somebody saw her leaving the salvage yard at 3:30 and 4, but then is she almost getting ready to go? I'm just getting confused because Steven said he saw the RAV leave around 2:30, and now they're saying that somebody else saw the RAV leave the property at 3:30 or 4. So what are they? Is she? I guess I have to read up on the thing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Foul play is gonna start. So, hey, Alice, do you have a link to that? Can you post it in the chat, please, Alice? Alice, 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 Alice. Can you post it in the chat so everybody can start going over to foul play? Or Nosy, or Carrie. Yeah, I don't think Bobby did it either. I'm just gonna say that outright. I don't think Bobby did it. I think it is Ryan Hillgas. I don't think there's enough evidence to show that Bobby did it. I don't trust eyewitness accounts because, especially when they've been, 15 years later, um, details get mucky, and it's hard to. Thank you, Alice. And it's hard to. And it's hard to it's hard to remember certain details, like, I don't know. Oh, okay, still PC issues. Okay. Um, so I have a story about that too, but um my personal opinion is that okay, so maybe going live. Okay. We're not yet. Don't leave us yet. Okay. But I have a story about, and it's kind of my own experience with eyewitness accounts. One time I was driving down in Phoenix, back up here where I lived to Payson, and I was on this busy road. And right before I was leaving the Phoenix area, I drove by this old man that was laying on the side of the road, and he looked pretty bad and beaten up. And I was kind of like, what the heck did I just see? So I did a U-turn and I drove back over there, and yeah, long and behold, it was a man who was beaten up and laying on the side, crawling from the road to the sidewalk. And I pulled over at the spot where I could, which was at so it was like a yard, like it was a little bit distance. I could see him in the distance, but I was in a Walgreens parking lot, and I called 911. I got in my car, I called 911, walked to the street, to the sidewalk, and I could see him in the distance. Like, he was still far off, and he was crawling from the time I got out of the car and I drove, and walked up to the sidewalk. He was already on the sidewalk, um, on the ground still. Anyway, so I called 911, and I could barely see. I have bad eyesight as it is, and I also have really bad memory. But this is the truth on eyewitness accounts. So the 911 person, I'm like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is the road I'm at. Um, I'm at the Walgreens at this road and that road, and right in the distance here, I see there's an older white male, who is severely beaten up, bloody, all sorts of stuff. And so the person, was it a guy or a girl? See, I don't even remember. But the person on the phone said, what kind of clothes are they wearing? And I said it was like a white shirt and black shorts. And I talked a little bit, giving more details. And then they asked me if I felt comfortable going up to the man and talking to him. And I was like, sure. So I started walking to him. And as I got closer, I could see. Oh, it looks like foul play just went live. I could see that he was actually wearing a white shirt and blue jeans, or a black shirt and blue jeans. And I quickly told him, oh, shoot, I was wrong. So, yeah. Eyewitness accounts aren't that reliable. They aren't that great. Even within minutes of me seeing this person, I misidentified them completely with the wrong clothes and everything. So, anyway, foul plays live. Everyone can go over there. I do want to say real quickly that if you want to join in on the mailing campaign that I just talked about earlier in the live, please let me know and I'll hook you up with the PDF and all that. And if you would like any postcards to send to Governor Evers or anybody else, oh, now somebody's ringing the doorbell. It's just chaotic. Please let me know, and I'll. All the information is in the description below, and please write to Brendan. Let's show him lots of love and support because he definitely needs it more now today. Being what was filed today is pretty awful for him. Not it. I mean, it's his brother. Wrong one. It's his brother. Like you know what I mean. If this was your brother that was being accused of this, you would also feel pretty shitty right now. So let's just send him some love and support. Let him know that we care about him and that we're still here for him, obviously, So I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you over at Foul Play.